to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany and it's so nice to have you. I just wanted to hop on here and tell you guys that we had a brand new addition to the Roberts family, and his name is Freddie. Say hello, Freddie. Hello, Freddie. So we just got a puppy, and in case anybody else is getting quarantine pets, we just wanted to hop on here and tell you guys some of Freddie's favorite things that we got him, and just tell you some of my recommendaですfor if you're getting a dog, just things to have around the house, particularly so if they're a baby like Freddie. And yeah, I just will link everything below so you can take a look at that, but I just wanted to tell you some of our favorite things. All right, so one of the no-brainer things that you need to get when you have a puppy is food, and this is the one that I recommend. So a lot of you know, but we already have Buddy, and he has been on From since the entire time that I've had him. It's just this awesome brand that my family has always used for all of our dogs. It's an all-natural brand, and it doesn't have any of those gross fillers like a lot of the popular brands do have. So of course with the puppy, we did the puppy version of From Gold. And this bag I really love. We just got a smaller bag because we're not sure how big he's gonna get and how quick he's going to get that big, because we rescued him and we don't really know exactly what Freddie is. But this is perfect because on the back here, it has a little age and weight. You can see Freddie's nose. A little age and weight chart down here so that you can give them exactly the amount of food that they need while they're growing. And something that my vet recommended for us, which I might want to recommend to you guys, is to give 3 meals a day, especially if you're home during quarantine and you can do that. But spacing those meals out are going to be better for digestion and also to make sure that they are getting the right amount still. So we do 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we just feed him directly after I'm done eating breakfast, after I'm done eating lunch, and then after Jack and I are done eating dinner, we give him his little scoop and we move on. And then at the end of that week, since Freddie will now be a week older, we check to make sure that we are on the right one. So he just got bumped up from the 6 to 11 weeks to the 3 to 4 months because he's now 3 months old as of today. So the next thing that I recommend that really goes along with food is a good food bowl. And we are a crazy Rae Dunn house, and we have so many Rae Dunn things, and Buddy has his custom Buddy Rae Dunn bowl. But unfortunately, Freddie eats super fast, and quick eating is really bad for digestion. They could choke, and especially with puppies, just like babies, they do have a tendency to be a little bit more vomity. And if they eat very fast, there is a good chance that they are going to spit that food back up. And I don't like vomit, so to avoid that and get all of the other benefits of slower digestion, slower eating, more careful eating, we bought one of these bowls. I actually just ordered it off Amazon. It was super cheap, and I just pour the food directly in there. It's like a little maze, and it has slowed Freddie down so much. He used to eat his little meals in maybe like 20 to 30 seconds, which is crazy. And now he takes about 5 minutes. So it has drastically slowed down his eating, and he hasn't had any more throwing up sessions. He came to see again. He loves his food and he loves his bowl, right? Wants to eat his bowl. Next up is probably a little more important for Freddie is treats. And for treats, I always recommend the brand 𝐋𝐄𝐓'𝐒. They are made right here in the US and with all natural ingredients. They never include corn, wheat, or soy. So it's awesome for your dog, super healthy, and they only have less than 3 calories per little piece for this one in particular. So you don't have to worry about loading your dog down with treats, and we use them for training, which is why I got the minis, just so that we're not giving them a crazy amount or anything. And they're super good and super yummy. And here comes Freddie again, of course. And so we use these when we are potty training, when we take him out. Oh, he just stole that one right off the table. When we are taking him out to go potty, we always take treats with us so that every time we can encourage him with a little positive reinforcement. And then we also use it for clicker training. He loves them. So does Buddy. Buddy's right here at my feet as well. All right, so speaking of training, we have clickers. And we used to use these with my German Shepherd. Some dogs, it works really well. Some dogs, they just don't get it. But we bought these, a 2-pack on Amazon for like $4 or something. Again, I'll link that below. but this way Jack and I can both have one, and it's super easy. They just have this button, you just click it like, and we use this for teaching Freddie his name. And we're going to, once we've mastered that, because it's been a long time coming, we are going to move on to some more basic training techniques like sit, lay down, fetch, come here, maybe a shake or something. And this will be really good for that. And so if you've never used them and you're not familiar with it, all you do is, like for instance, with the name training, I'll say, Freddie, Freddie, and every time that he would respond to his name, I would click, and then I would immediately give him a treat. And so then he learns that, oh, my name is Freddie. And when I respond to Freddie, I get good feedback from my owners and also a click. So something that's really important with clicking is anytime that you do click, even if it's an accident, you have to give your dog a treat. Otherwise, they won't learn that that is what they are looking for. Something else that's extremely important with new dogs is to train them to not chew and bite things. And for that, I recommend Grooming's Bitter Apple. I bought this spray just at a PetSmart. They have them at every pet store that I went to, and it is a taste deterrent spray. When we first got Freddie, he started chewing on the couch, on our pillows, anything, and we wanted to make sure that that was nipped in the butt right away. So we went and bought this spray, picked it up the same day, and sprayed it all over the couch, and it only took one time for him to put his mouth back on the couch and realize I should not do that because now it tastes horrible. And since that day, he has not chewed on another piece of furniture. Now we're trying to use it. It is safe to put directly on your animal, directly on another animal, directly on you, anything that you need to. It is safe because of the ingredients are not toxic to humans or animals. So we take this on walks with us so that when he goes to pick up a pine cone or a stick or something that we don't want him swallowing, we can put a little bit, just a little bit, because he's a little puppy, just spray a little bit on our finger. And as we take the pine cone out of his mouth, we wipe our finger with the bitter apple on his tongue. And that stops him from picking up pine cones and sticks for the rest of that walk. And we're hoping soon that it will teach him to stop picking up pine cones and sticks permanently. Another thing is that puppies, as you know, like to lick, and like lick us, lick our arms, everything. Just be very loving, and very quickly that can turn into a playful nibble. And while it is playful and it's not aggressive, he's going to become a big dog one day, and we want to make sure that he doesn't get into the habit of biting people, because as his mouth gets bigger and his teeth get bigger, it can become dangerous even if he's not intending it to be. So, and he's got sharp little puppy teeth. It hurts when he does his little playful nibbles. So we keep it right there on the couch with us when we're hanging out with him. We put the bottle right next to us, and if he does start to bite, we again do our quick little itty bitty little drop is all you need on your finger, and when you tell him no, you just put it on his tongue, and he stops that right away. The next thing we need to talk about is accidents. No matter how good your puppy is, they are going to have an accident because they're a puppy and they are just learning. So I recommend everybody to get a stain and odor eliminator. I got this one from PetSmart, it's just PP brand, and it's super awesome because not only is it going to clean whatever surface that is, this says it works on carpet, tile, furniture, pet beds, and clothing, which is why we picked this one. It's so versatile, but no matter what, you are going to immediately clean that surface in like 30 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous. He peed on our carpet, stain gone immediately. And it's going to get rid of those pheromones. So your puppy isn't going to come around later, or another animal that you might have, and smell your carpet or smell your floor right there and say, oh, it smells like pee. That means I can pee here. So that completely is eliminated with a product like this. So this is the brand that I use, but I heard Nature's Miracle is really good. Honestly, they have a bunch of brands like this. So I would just go to your local pet store, see the options, and check it out. This is the one that I'm gonna have linked though below. The next thing that you're gonna need is a harness. Can you hear the dogs? A harness is something that I really recommend, especially if you have a puppy, because they're going to need to be leash trained. And the one that we have, this is what it looks like. It's called the Easy Walk, and it's a no pull harness. So right now, pulling isn't exactly our issue. Freddie's issue is that he doesn't know how to walk at all on the leash, but we are working on it. And the no pull is really going to be beneficial for people that have dogs that are just trying to pull them down the street. So it goes on them, their head would come through like this, and this would be the rest of their body. I could have just showed you on the dog. Maybe I should do that. All right, so let's try this again now that we've got our lovely model Freddie here. So here we have the Easy Walk harness, and it's just gonna go directly over his face and clip under his belly. And right here is the loop, is where you're going to attach to the leash. And so when you do this, the no pull is that the leash is gonna come this direction. And as they pull, it'll get a little bit tighter so they can't actually pull. And not only is it going to do that, but when you have a collar on your dog and you're working from a collar, if they start pulling, it can be very damaging to their trachea and their entire throat, which we wouldn't like, will we, Freddie? That's a no. Another part of dog health that people don't often think about is dental hygiene. And to do that, we have our Fresh Breath water additive. So we just, again, picked this up from our local pet store, and they have a bunch of different versions, but based on some reviews about people saying that others made their dogs sick, this is the one that we went with. And so it's super easy. We just put a little splash into their water bowl, and it's going to help fight plaque and tartar without actually having to brush your dog's teeth. And if you've ever brushed a dog's teeth, it can be very difficult, especially if you don't train them from a puppy. So we actually started using this with our other dog, Buddy, and when Freddie moved in, he just went to drink in the water with him. And this is also going to combat bad breath, which a lot of dogs can get very bad breath. Buddy is one, which is why we got this. So this is just an added benefit that hopefully, since Freddie has been on this the entire time we've had him and will be on this the entire time we have him, he won't get bad breath. While we're talking about the hygiene of your pet, another very important thing is baths. And so I don't take my dogs to groomers, I just use Monet Pet. And so this brand is actually a human brand that my husband and I both use. We use all of their products for hair and skin. We are a huge Modern Nature family. And when they introduced the pet line, it was like the best day for me and Buddy. They use all natural ingredients. Everything is never tested on animals. They're Leaping Buddy certified. They're vegan, natural ingredients, nothing toxic to you or to your pet. And this is awesome. I swear by it, and there is nothing else that I would put on Buddy or Freddie's skin. So I highly recommend this, and it smells amazing. They also make a deodorizing spray, which I do have as well. We don't really use it for Freddie because we're giving him a lot of baths just to make sure he doesn't get a puppy pyoderma situation going on, because that is kind of common in puppies. So we just use the shampoo on him, and then the deodorizing spray we use for leashes, beds, just things that you wouldn't exactly be able to toss in the wash, but might get a little bit of a pet odor with it. You can also spray it directly on your dogs or cats in between bathing them. So that is something that we do for Buddy because he doesn't particularly love to get a bath. So we might give him a bath once a week or once every other week. And in between baths, if he gets a little stinky from sweating on a walk while we're out here in the heat in South Carolina, then we might give him a couple spritzes of the spray, and it gives him that nice fresh scent again without having to go through his trauma of a bath. So the 10th and final thing that I'm going to suggest is a crate for your dog. A crate, there are some mixed opinions on the training, and I just want to clear those up. A crate is never somewhere that your dog is being punished, so you're putting them in the crate. The crate is never somewhere where, oh, I can't deal with my puppy right now, I'm just gonna put them in there and I'll have some time to myself. A crate is, in my opinion, purely for the protection of your puppy. You are not going to be with your puppy 24/7, even if you're in quarantine right now. You still have to leave the house if you're an essential worker to go to work. You still have to leave the house to go to the grocery store. And even if you don't do those things because you have somebody else doing them for you, then you have to sleep at night, and you cannot keep an eye on your puppy 24/7. And your puppy, even if you take everything off the floors, there is something that they are going to get into. There is something that they are going to find that you can't find because you don't have a nose like theirs. And there are cords that they could chew through that could kill your puppy. A crate is purely for their safety. So I always recommend making sure that you have one that's a little bit bigger so that your puppy feels nice and safe in there, but not too cramped. And so this is Freddie's. He has his nice bed on the bottom, nice and plush. He's got some toys in there, and we have a nice blanket draped over it so that when we're ready to go to bed, we can just flip that over and it's nice and dark in there. He doesn't see the rest of the house, so he can't see that our other dog is out and about because he's older and we can trust him. And it's really just great to keep it dark, make sure that he can get a good night's sleep so that we can get a good night's sleep. All right, so that's all Freddie and I have for you today. We just wanted to thank you for watching the video and let you know that you can subscribe to our channel or follow me on Instagram, however you want to connect with us. And we'll be talking about all things beauty, health, pup, lifestyle, everything during this quarantine. So I'm sure there'll be something for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Say bye, Freddie. Bye, Freddie.